the worst. Now, Paul's words are not as nice as they sound here. You guys ever have someone that they're correcting their kids in front of everybody else and they realize they're correcting their child in front of everybody else, and so they're like, oh, we'll deal with this when we get home. And you go, that sounded nice. Something bad's about to happen, right? Or like, wait till they go outside. Something bad's about to happen. That's what's going on here. Paul is completely upset with this church. Paul is not a happy camper in the church. And basically what Paul says is here, their gatherings, their times together have become harmful. That's what it says, not for better, but for the worse. He's putting it nicely. They've actually become harmful to people. They're hurting people. They are destroying the church. So when they were getting together on their Sunday gatherings, their Wednesday gatherings, their Tuesday night prayer meetings, their Thursday night eating meetings, their Friday night men's meetings, whatever they had, while they were getting together, it was horrible. It was not a good time. Some people would say, well, why would they continue to get together? Because we do a lot of things that are about religion and not about Jesus. Can we just say that as church people in this room? There's a lot of things we do that we do it because, well, someone had told us to do it. We don't do it because it's out of the overflow of intimacy of Christ. So that's what they're going on. So, and we go into verse 18. So why is it so bad? Why is it so harmful? This is what Paul says. For, in the first part, when you come together as a church, I hear that there are divisions among you, and I believe in part. So here's the part that I believe in part that Paul is saying. People are telling Paul what's going on, okay? And they're not, like Paul's not in Corinth right now. Paul is somewhere else writing this letter, and he's got people that are coming from this church in Corinth and basically reporting on what's going on in the church. And so they're not gossiping, they're sharing with Paul, this is the struggle that's going on. And so several messengers have come as they've been working with Paul in the gospel to preach the gospel to wherever Paul is, sharing with him this divide. But here's the deal, the word division is huge here. It is the word schism. Now I shared this a couple weeks ago, but it's the word where we get schism. The picture is if you took a piece of highly valuable material and you just ripped it violently, okay? Not ripped it in a way where you were trying to sew it into something else. You just ripped it violently. That's what Paul's going on here. He says there is schisms going on. It is being ripped apart violently. That's what the church is happening. And so Paul, who doesn't want to believe this but does because of the report, that's what he's saying, like, and I believe in a part, like, I wish this wasn't going on, but I do believe this. The church is highly divided. It is tearing each other apart. In fact, the schisms or the division in the church are not just ripping the church apart. It is probably ripping people from the church. Here's the thing about division in any church.